Hey, it's so good to see you again. As you may or may not know, we are currently in the final months of Brat Summer, and I personally take that seriously. So I thought today, with your help, we could do a little tribute to Miss Charlie herself. What do you reckon? Cool. Basically, I just planned a little makeup look, and I must say I'm going mostly by vibes. So it may not be the most organised thing, but who cares? It's fun. And I thought we could just pull a little outfit, have a little dance, have a good time. Yeah? Great. Well, I'll just get stuck in then. Mind if I touch your face? Cool. Alright, so it's Brat Summer, not dry skin summer, so I'm starting you with a moisturiser. And this is the Biore Hydrate and Glow. It says that it's got a lot of good stuff going on the bottle. But I'm gonna be honest, I've never used a moisturiser and been like, wow, this is amazing. Nor have I used one and been like, ugh, this moisturiser sucks. Like, every moisturiser feels exactly the same to me. So maybe that's from a place of privilege of having unreactive skin, but is there such a thing out there as a amazing moisturiser? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna dot that on and spread it around. Just making sure we cover everywhere. Okay. And I've got a bit of excess, so I'm just gonna wipe it on your neck. Let's not forget about her. Okay, I reckon that's good. So, while we give that a little moment to sink in, I'm gonna give you a sunscreen next. And I don't care what time of day it is, if there is light with which you can see, but it's not fake, there is some to screen. And as you may have noticed by my skin tone, I am a sunscreen gal. Not by choice, but by necessity. And one of my hatreds is the feeling of body sunscreen on my face. Like cheap sunscreen. I buy cheap sunscreen because I wear so much of it, and I don't want to put that on my face because then you get the like sensory nightmare of like the sticky, greasy, all that. And if you're at the beach, the sand, sticky, nightmare. No. So I have a nice one for my face, and that is this one from Skin 1004. It's a Korean brand. I know nothing about it other than it feels good on my face and it absorbs immediately, and evidently I'm a fan. Oh, and this has nothing to do with the quality of the sunscreen, but whoever designed this pump to perfectly fit a fingertip, I love that. Give them a raise. So let's give you a pump of that. I just immediately dropped it. There we go. Alright, so I'm not going to ascribe to the 2-finger measurement rule because we're going to be inside mostly, so this should be fine. So let me just dot that around again and spread it out. Okay. Alright, I think that's okay. Alright, so let's give that a few moments to sink in. And let me show you what my plan is. Again, completely vibe-based. So, as we know, the album cover, neon green. So we're working around that. And I'm going to give you the same one I've got on my eyes. I've just done like a light coverage, but I think I'm going to really pack it on for you. So it's this bottom one, the really neon green. I want that to be on you. Okay, so let's start with that. I'll put like a green base, and then we have my trusty avocado toast palette, and of course that colour scheme is going to come handy at a time like this. So I was thinking we could use this shade there, lemon pepper. You know what, let me show you. I'm going to do a little swatch situation. So this, I'm going to use my fingers, who cares? No, actually I care, because I'm going to put those on your face. So I probably shouldn't. So this little green one that I want to start with. There she is, nice and bright. And then, yeah, so my thought was little Miss Lemon Pepper here. Let's use this brush. It's like a creamy yellow shimmer shade. So if you see it there, it's like on top of a green, it'll look green, but it's kind of yellowish. But I think that's fine, because I'll just put it lightly over the center of the green to make it just a bit shimmery, and I might put some in your inner corners as well. And then I am channeling Charlie, and I think I'm going to do like a smoked out black wing, like heavy around the eyes. So I'll use this palette again. There's a black eyeshadow in there. Holy moly, it's called. And I'm just going to sort of line all the way around your eyes and then smoke it out on the top. I want the sort of grungy look. I think that'll be good. And then let's have some mascara. I'm not going to bother with fake lashes because I feel like that's not the vibe. And I'll do your brows. I have a little brow gel because I think that's sort of like that's the feeling I want. And then I've got some lipstick and skin stuff. And I think that's fine. But it's mainly about the colour today. And I think that's fine. So I reckon you are nice and absorbed. So let's get started. I think I'm going to do brows first today. So I'm going to use this eyebrow pencil, and you may recall this is one of my favourites because it has the like pencil end and the powder in the middle, and although I never use it, the little gel. But the colour of the gel is kind of weird, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the pencil and then the powder. So first, I'm just going to I'm just drawing on the shape where I want to sort of straighten things out a bit. That's not the right way to say that. Sharpen things. I'm going to do that first. And it's really not much. I'm just sort of elongating the end of the brow. That's about it. Nice and easy. Now, the more important part, I'm going to use the powder. And I'm going to use that to fill everything in. And because it's like not so harsh, I feel like it looks a lot more natural. Because it can blend out very softly and easily. Go. Great. And I'm going to finish that off with the brow gel. So this is just going to sort of hold the hairs up in place to make it look a bit more like, if you know what I mean. You might not. I hope you do. Okay. So I'm just going to style them a bit with this. You know don't know why I don't use this more often. Like, I haven't got it on today, and I kind of wish, like, now I'm looking at it on you. I think I might go and put this on later. It's nice. It's just nice to be able to, like, sculpt them the way you want. Okay, well, quick and easy for the brows. Just because we're going so loud on the eyes, I don't want to sort of overdo it in any other areas so that you look a bit clownish. I just want to let the focus be on the bright colours. So let's do it. Let's get to it. I'm gonna start with that green. And let's use that same like flat brush that I used for the swatch, just because it's sort of densely packed, and that means I can pack on the colour without it flying all around. And I want it to be really like solid, so I'm going to start with this eye. Pack it on. I wish, and I realise now that I have autonomy so I can make it happen, that people wore more like fun colours every day. And I remember I used to. Like when I went to art school, I think I was just surrounded by many more sort of wacky people and like people with interesting fashion styles. And it made me, you know, feel more comfortable trying that out myself. And I really liked it, and I don't do that often anymore. Like I've moved away from that place, and now I've sort of gone back to being a bit nervous about dressing in interesting ways. Even though it's like not necessarily like crazy. Like I used to wear this quite a lot, this neon green thing, and I wouldn't feel out of place because everyone was sort of dressed in a fun, quirky way. But now if I wore this on the street, I would be like, everyone's staring, even though they probably don't give a single damn. But I want to get back into that because I loved expressing myself a bit more openly, and I feel a bit boring now. But hey, this is a start, huh? Okay. Anyway, I think I've just about packed your eyelid, so now I'm going to switch to a fluffy brush. Let's use this one. No. Let's use this one. This is like a bigger, fluffier brush. I'm going to get just some of that colour on it and blend out around the edges where I don't want it to be too harsh. So I'm going to blend sort of up towards your brow bone and just into a bit of a point. And while I've still got some pigment on the brush, let's do that other eye too. Okay. Alright, so it's sort of running out, so I'm going to go back and just really clean up those edges now that there's nothing on the brush. Blend them right out. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit under your eye as well, so if you could just look up for me and I'll put it under there. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so that's that bit done, and now I'm just going to do the green. So the other green. What brush did I use for that earlier? This one. I'm using like a little stubby brush because I want to keep it centered to just the like very middle of your lid. I'm going to use some of that lemon pepper. So if you could close your eye, and I'm just going to sort of dab it on and spread it out a little. So just dabbing it on, and then I'm just going to blend it a little bit into the green. Not loads, just a bit. And then do the same for this eye. Cool. That's fine, I think. So, oh no, wait. I'm going to put a bit on your inner corner as well, so I'll use a smaller brush for that. And just put it right on the inside. So hold still. Perfect. Okay, and that was the easy part. Now comes the difficult bit, which is the smoky black eyeliner. So like I said, I'm going to use eyeshadow for that because I think it will be easier to blend out. But what brush? Let's use. Oh, thanks. I've got this little angled brush that I'm going to use to put the colour on, and then I'll use something else to blend it out, but we'll get there. So I'm using Holy Moly, the black shade, and I'm just going to line thinly around the inner part of your eyeline and then a bit thicker towards the end. I'll start on this eye again. Hold still. And I want to do a little inner corner point as well, I think. So I'm going to do just a bit thicker on the outside, because this is the colour that I'm going to blend out. So I'm going to do that little inner corner point as well. Okay, and what's with what's left on the brush? So like there's still some pigment going on there. I'm just going to do underneath the eye, but not a lot. I wanted to sort of smudge it out, but it not be really heavy. So I'm just going to do that now. That's probably enough already. So let's do that other eye. And again, I'm going to keep it thicker on the outside and thinner towards the inner corner. Just making sure I pack on a lot of pigment so that I've got something to blend. Okay. Perfect, and the inner corner. Great. And now I'll do the bottom bit as well. Great. Good bones. Now let's blend it. So I'm going to use this like short, stubby, dense brush and just blend away. And I'll start from the outer corner where I've got all the pigment. So I want this to be, it doesn't need to be neat. I'm going for like the messy, slept in your makeup, rolled out of bed, grungy look. Except better than if you actually had slept in your makeup. Because I do that all the time. Like, I know that's illegal in the skincare community, but who has the time, the energy, the willpower? Not me. And I don't wake up looking like a model. So this is like the movie version of doing that, where miraculously it just looks amazing. Okay. Either way, my point being, it's gonna be kind of messy, but in a cool way. Okay. take so much longer than you think it will. Especially just trying to get them to the same level. Okay, but I think that's good. Yeah, okay. So, next up we have mascara. And I'm using this Maybelline Sky High. And I feel like people raved about this. And it's good. I think the consistency of the formula is very good. It makes like thick and bold lashes, which is exactly what I want for this. But I'm not really into the brush. Like, not for everyday wear anyway, because it just, like, it makes you a bit clumpy. So I normally use a different brush in this bottle on me, so that, like, you have the nice formula but a better shape. But for this particular look, I kind of want a bit clumpy. I think that's gonna fit the style. I mean, I won't make them super clumpy, I won't use that much, but just like I want to be able to see that you're wearing it, you know. So, can you just sort of like, I was about to say look up. I don't want you to look up, just hold still, please. Thank you. So I'm just gonna do a light coating, and I think that's enough. I don't want to go too heavy because it's so like thick as a formula, but I'll do the bottom lashes as well. So if you could look up now. Thank you. Yes, that's it. Let's do the other eye as well. Hold still. Okay, and look up, and I'll do the bottom. Great. Well, that was nice and easy. So that leaves us with your skin and your lips. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I do not picture like fully made up skin when I think brat. I want more natural, but I'm still gonna do something. So I thought we could just use like a little powder, and I've got one of these that has a little puff inside, and I love that. I love to like no one's business, but let's do tea today. So I'm just going to take some of the powder and pop it on. So you can close your eyes if you like. I'm just going to start around your cheeks. And let's put a bit on your forehead as well. This is basically just to not be shiny, that's all. So put a little bit on your nose and your chin, and then I reckon that's enough. I don't want to go heavy. Great. I think that's good. Simple is better here. Okay. So, finally, I'm going to do your lips. Now, if I could first just do a little lip balm. Just gonna, if you just part your lips a bit, I'll wipe it on. Okay. And just sort of rub it together for me. Thanks. And now I'm gonna give you some options. So I wasn't really sure what to do, so I thought I'd get your input. I've got some bold ones and some less bold ones. I'm gonna go from most to least bold here. Starting off with this guy. This is a liquid lipstick, and it's in the shade Maple, but it's like a bronzy metallic kind of brown, and I think it's very beautiful, and it kind of fits the moody vibe, but it is also quite intense, so it depends how you feel about that. So that's this one. Then, next I will offer you a lipstick. I don't think this one has a shade colour. Sad. I love the colours. That's the best thing about makeup. But this is like a darkish, I don't know. It's like if a nude colour was not nude. I hope that makes sense. But it's like this. It's matte, so you can seal the hairs on my hand really nicely. You're welcome. And it's sort of like a peachy, I don't know, look at it. That's what it is. I like it a lot, but I'll give you some more options anyway. So this is a lipstick again. Do we have a colour? It's called Heartfelt. Wow. And this is her. I love this shape. It makes absolutely no difference, but I just like when it's skinty. But let's see her. This one is glossy, not matte, but it's a nice colour, kind of similar to this one, but I'd say a bit more, I don't know, orangey, browny? I clearly was not made for marketing. I don't know how to describe this. And then my least bold is this one. This is actually just like a lip tint, lip gloss, lip balm, but it's made with elderberry pigment. And I don't know what an elderberry looks like, but I'd always assumed they were white because elderflower is white. And it's coming to my attention now that they're maybe not the same thing. But either way, supposedly they're not because it's this colour. And it's a balm, and as you can see, it's like barely anything. It's just a tinted lip balm. But it feels really nice. It's not sticky. It's subtle. And it keeps your lips feeling hydrated. So, of our four, how extreme are we feeling today? Maybe I should have put these two the other way around, actually. Because I feel like just by being shiny, this one is more visible. Should we go somewhere in the middle? What do you reckon? This one? Yeah. I feel like that's a good call. Since you've already got a lot going on in your eyes, maybe we should keep it matte so it doesn't super stand out, but it's a nice colour still. So, let's go for her. Now, if you could just open your mouth a little so I can get up in there. I'll put this on. Thanks. Okay, give it a... Good. Okay, I missed a little bit in the corners, so let me just do that. Perfect. Great. Let me look at you. I think your makeup is done. So I'm going to finish you off with a setting spray. And this is really like the last dregs of my e.l.f. setting spray. There's like probably one droplet left in here, but that droplet is for you because I care about you. So close your eyes, please. Oh, was that really the final spray? No. Perfect. Now, let that aerate. In the meantime, I think before we go, a few finishing touches. Can I brush your hair? Thank you. You know what I was actually thinking is maybe I want a bit more like volume. I'm looking a bit lackluster, so let's try and get some more in there. But I thought for you, can I give you a bit of dry shampoo? Just to make it a bit fuller. I want your hair to look kind of like messy and big. Is that okay? Okay, I'm just gonna give you a couple of bursts like on the scalp then, so I'll cover your eyes. Okay. And I'll just brush that through. So that's just going to give your hair a bit more like texture so that it can be a bit more big. That's just the vibe I'm feeling. So, it smells good. I forgot. This is not the scented one, it's the like everyday normal one. But it kind of smells like baby powder in a good way. But actually that brings me to my final step, which is I think to really encapsulate that sort of mid-2000s brat vibe, it's her time to shine. This had me in a chokehold in like 2017. This is really the late 2010s encapsulated. These, I know they still exist, but do people still use them? I don't know. This really, the smell of this takes me back. And I feel it somehow fits the vibe tonight. This one is Passion Struck. And it's that Victoria's Secret body spray. And let me just... Oh my god. It literally transports me. It kind of smells like a pina colada, but like sweeter. And I think that could be good. So, do you want a spritz? Great. Okay, so I'm gonna do like your neck and your clothes then. So, that's more than enough. Shimmy through it. Oh my god, you smell like my teen years in a good way, in the best way. You smell like the 2000s. Okay, I think that could be it. I think we're done. I think you look very brat. You are so Julia. And we're ready to go. Are you happy with it? Great, amazing. Well, then, let's get grooving. Of course, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everybody who supports me over on Patreon, including my mid-RM cycle tier patrons. Alexander, Bastien, Kosikas, Hideto, Johnny Be Good, Luigi Rinaldi, Maxi Snacks, Michael, Shane, and Theo. Thank you all for supporting me. It really means the world. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I hope you all have the most wonderful night's sleep tonight.